In the ancient world, nestled in a fertile plain, stood two cities whose names would echo through history, Sodom and Gomorrah. Their beauty was legendary, but a shadow lay upon them. The cry against these cities had grown so great, a tumult of wickedness that reached the very heavens. God himself descended to witness the depth of their sin, and he spoke with his servant, Abraham. Standing before the Lord, Abraham began one of the most remarkable conversations ever recorded. He wasn't pleading for himself, but for the cities, for the strangers within them. "Will you sweep away the righteous with the wicked?" he asked. In an act of incredible bravery and compassion, he bargained with divine justice. "What if there are 50 righteous people in the city?" The Lord, rich in mercy, agreed not to destroy it for 50. Abraham, emboldened, continued to negotiate. 45? 40? 30? 20? Until finally he reached the smallest number he dared to ask. 10, and the Lord promised, "For the sake of 10, I will not destroy it." But even 10 righteous souls could not be found within the city's walls. That evening, two strangers, angels in the guise of men, arrived at the gates of Sodom. Lot, Abraham's nephew, saw them and, recognizing their noble bearing, rushed to offer them safety and shelter in his home for the night. But before they could rest, a sinister crowd gathered. The men of Sodom, both young and old, from every part of the city, surrounded Lot's house. Their intentions were not of hospitality, but of pure violence and depravity. They demanded that Lot bring out his guests. The air crackled with malice. Lot, trying to protect the strangers under his roof, went out and pleaded with the mob, but they only grew angrier, threatening to harm him even more than his guests. Just as they were about to break down the door, the angels pulled Lot back inside and struck the frenzied crowd with a sudden, inexplicable blindness. They stumbled in the dark, unable to even find the doorway. The moment of judgment had arrived. Inside the safety of the house, the angels revealed their true purpose. "Do you have anyone else here?" they urged Lot. "Sons-in-law, sons, daughters, get them out of this place. We are about to destroy it, for the outcry against its people has become too great." Lot raced to warn his future sons-in-law, but his frantic words were met with laughter. They thought he was telling a joke, a ridiculous tale of fire and brimstone from the sky. They didn't believe him. As the first light of dawn painted the sky, the angels grew urgent. "Hurry," they commanded Lot. "Take your wife and your 2 daughters who are here, or you will be swept away in the city's punishment." But Lot hesitated. He was frozen by fear, by attachment to the life he was about to lose. Seeing his delay, the angels, in an act of mercy, grabbed the hands of Lot, his wife, and his 2 daughters, and physically pulled them out of the city to safety. Their final command was absolute and clear: "Flee for your lives. Don't look back, and don't stop anywhere in the plain. Flee to the mountains, or you will be swept away." As the sun climbed higher, Lot and his family reached the small town of Zoar, and then it began. The Lord rained down fire and burning sulfur on Sodom and Gomorrah. The sky itself seemed to weep molten ruin. The earth shook, and a terrible roar filled the morning air. The once beautiful cities of the plain were being utterly consumed. As they fled, Lot's wife, walking just behind him, was overcome. Perhaps it was regret, a longing for her home, her friends, her possessions, the life she was forbidden to even mourn. In a single, fatal moment of disobedience, she looked back. In that instant, she was transformed, frozen in time, becoming a pillar of salt. The next morning, Abraham returned to the place where he had stood and pleaded with God. He looked out over the plain, toward where Sodom and Gomorrah had been, but there was nothing left. All he could see was dense smoke rising from the land, like smoke from a gigantic furnace. The beautiful, wicked cities were gone, a stark monument to a civilization whose evil had become so complete that not even the hope of 10 righteous souls could save it. Thank you for watching. If this story moved you, please like, share, and subscribe for more content that delves into the powerful narratives that have shaped our world.